So please join me in welcoming Milton Broome. Milton, the stage is yours.
Lovely. Thank you very much, Brett. It's a pleasure to be here at this event today. I think it's a great idea, and thank you for having a part in organising that, and to all the organisers today. It has been a pleasure just taking a wander around and seeing all the different stands available today. It's really an event and an achievement in itself, and I hope we raise lots of money. Today I would just like to take about 20 minutes to talk about autistic disorder, as it's formally known, or what you and I commonly refer to as autism. It's often been known as classic autism, and by a variety of different names as the literature, the academic literature, has progressed over the years. But first I'll briefly introduce myself. My name is Milton Broome. That's the avatar. The man behind it is Simon Bignell. I'm a lecturer in psychology at the University of Derby in the UK. The University of Derby is a very beautiful campus in the heartland of England. What I want to talk about today is basically what is autism, what is autistic disorder. And I propose to cover that in the following ways. Hopefully the screen will res a lot of what I'm going to say there, so for those without voice they'll be able to follow this as well, but I'll try where possible to contribute via text, but Brett, if you possibly could, if you wouldn't mind filling in any gaps or fielding stuff that I miss.
I'd be happy to.
Thanks. Okay then, so the way I want to look at this then is broadly covering autism, asking the question, what is autism? Because it's a vastly misunderstood condition, diagnostic category, way of life, way of communicating, way of thinking. And many people have different opinions and takes on what autism is, each of which is valid for them. People can choose to assume a diagnostic criteria, or a label, if you like, of autism, or they can reject it, and it's their right to do either of those. But what I want to focus on really is what the academic literature and the research literature focuses down on. So when a child, however young he or she may be, is first diagnosed with autism, what that clinician is referring to, rather than the lifestyle that the child and eventual adult may come to accept as autism. So I want to focus on the symptoms of autism, prevalence of autism, and how autism was first recognized, and a little bit about the assessment, because the way you the way you conduct assessments is really critical to an understanding of what autism is or is not. The process of diagnosis, a lot of you will be more familiar with than the brief outline I'm going to give here. Some of you may be parents of autistic children, or in fact might choose to relate to the autism spectrum and place yourself somewhere along that, be it high functioning or low functioning, or however you choose to define that. So I want to talk a little bit about this, diagnosis especially, and then at the end we'll open it up for questions. As I said, it won't be a very long talk. We'll try to finish within the allotted time, probably about 20 minutes. So the question for us really is, what is autism in the academic field there? And I'm quite happy to answer questions as we go along. I'll be monitoring the local chat stream. So this is straight out of the book for my undergraduates. Actually, I teach a course at Derby University, and I always say to them, well, what have you got to achieve out of this lecture? And hopefully they would have done it by the end. So I always say, for this particular lecture, you should be able to understand the main symptoms, variations, and diagnostic criteria of autism, and be able to say it back to me. So my task is to make sure that you understand what I'm trying to tell you.